All right, let's talk about something I think we've all felt. You get to the end of the day and you are just completely wiped out. But when you think back, you're kind of like, what did I even do today? Well, in this deep dive into Steve Chandler's work, we're going to explore exactly why that happens. And more importantly, how to build real, lasting motivation using one simple but incredibly powerful tool, your own personal track record. Okay, let's get into it. So Chandler kicks things off with the zinger, and man, does it hit home, right? That feeling of total exhaustion often has nothing to do with the work you actually finished. It's all about the crushing weight of all the things you started and just left hanging. It's the mental baggage, all those open loops in your brain, that truly wears us down. And to really drive this point home, Chandler tells this amazing story from one of his seminars. It really gets to the heart of what he calls the fatigue of the unfinished. So picture this guy. He's in his 60s, and he's lived his whole life with this one frustrating pattern. He's got tons of great ideas. He starts things with a ton of energy, but he never actually gets them across the finish line. He never gets that amazing feeling of saying, it's done. It's been a lifelong battle that has completely shaped how he sees himself. You can see how this cycle just creates this huge psychological burden. I mean, every unfinished project is like a little monument to failure, just cluttering up your mental space. You start to feel like you're always behind, always playing catch-up on your own life. It's exhausting. So, faced with this massive, lifelong problem, the man did what a lot of us would do. He started looking for a shortcut, a little mental hack to try and fix everything. Now, here's the thing. He was kind of on the right track. He knew his core problem was his belief about himself, that he just wasn't a finisher. But his proposed solution was to find some magical phrase, an affirmation he could just repeat over and over again until he basically brainwashed himself into being a different person. Chandler's response to this was just brilliant. He hit him with this simple question. And of course, the answer is a big, fat no. You can't learn a new skill just through wishful thinking. You have to actually do the thing to get good at it. It's so obvious when you frame it like that. And this really shows the huge difference. An affirmation, when you don't actually believe it, is just a fragile idea. It's an argument that your brain will always win because it knows the truth. But action creates a new truth. It builds a solid, permanent belief that's based on actual evidence. It's unshakable. So this brings us to the real solution. It's not about trying to trick yourself or faking it till you make it. It's about fundamentally changing the facts about who you are, one tiny action at a time. It's about building a brand new you based on cold, hard proof. And here it is, the key to the whole thing. Our brains are wired to believe what's true. So instead of trying to force yourself to believe a lie, like telling yourself, I am a great finisher when all the evidence says you're not, the real goal is to create new evidence. Change the underlying truth, and your belief will just naturally follow along. And the tool you use to create this new truth is the track record. Now, this is not just another to-do list. This is a what I've done list. It's a physical, real-life log of all your completions that acts as undeniable proof that you are, in fact, a person who gets things done. Okay, so how do we actually do this? How do we put it into practice? Well, the method is beautifully simple. So simple, in fact, that you can start, right now. That's it. Seriously, 3 steps. But the real secret sauce is in step 3. Start small. And I mean really small. We're not talking about write a novel on day 1. We're talking about do the dishes, answer that one email, sweep the porch. The size of the task doesn't matter at all. The completion is everything. The man from the seminar really took this to heart. He made this new rule for himself. If he was in the middle of a small task, like sweeping the walk, and the phone rang, he'd let it ring. Finishing that job became his #1 priority. That one simple decision was like a vote for his new identity, as a finisher. And then, something pretty amazing started to happen. Every single time he wrote a new item in his notebook, his confidence grew. And why wouldn't it? It wasn't just a feeling anymore. He had a document. He had proof. He could literally open up this notebook and show himself the evidence of the person he was becoming. So, when you boil it all down, this whole process is about changing the conversation you have inside your own head. It's about ending the debate and just replacing it with a statement of fact. You're just proving it to the only person whose opinion actually matters, you. And this just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got an argument, a fight you can never win against your own brain. But on the right, you have an agreement, a statement of fact. Your brain can just look at the notebook and go, yep, the data checks out, that's true. So the big takeaway here is this: get out of your head. Stop the endless cycle of judging yourself and criticizing yourself. Shift your entire focus from thinking about who you are to doing things that define who you are. Because the most powerful form of self-talk isn't talk at all, it's action. Build the proof, and the belief will take care of itself. And that brings it all back to you. I mean, this is a great idea, but it's totally useless until you actually apply it. So here is my question. What's one small, finishable thing you can do right now? Make your bed? Send that text you've been putting off? Fold that pile of laundry? Just pick one. Go do it and write it down. Your new track record starts right now.